News in Motion.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all, the day is here. It is Election Day in America, November the 5th, 2024. Yes, Dr. Antoinette, let's go. Regina Shorts, good morning to you. Deborah Johnson, good morning to you. Shardinia, good morning to you. Marion Jackson, good morning to you. Rosanna Bibbins, good morning to you. And of course, Dr. Antoinette, good morning to you. If y'all been trying to reach me, I'm missing in action. I've been here, there, everywhere. What's up, baby? I've been here, there, everywhere, working, getting last minute things done, strategizing with people. I was in Upper Arlington yesterday. People were calling me, hey, what you doing? I need to see you. Can you help us? I was like, okay. I'm really exhausted, but as Tim Waltz says, we can go to sleep when this is all over. Y'all, the excitement is in the air. There's some caution in the air as well. Let's breathe. Let's get this done. We've put in the work. Now it's in the hands of all the people, including us. I see you, my brother. That's my brother, y'all. That's my real brother. Good morning to you. All right, listen. I want to start here. I got some news. We're going to have some fun a little bit. I took something off of Dr. Antoinette's page, so hold on. But y'all, same-day voter registration. If you're saying, oh gosh, I missed my voter registration, there are 23 states that have the same day where you can go in and register and vote on the same day. So if you have any family or friends or people are asking these questions, please just write this down and shoot them a text message or whatever. Okay, they are Alaska, California, Colorado, Connecticut, DC, District of Columbia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Iowa, Maine, Maryland, Minnesota, Montana, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Mexico, Rhode Island, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. I'll give those to you again. We'll also get it up on the News in Motion Facebook page, and I'll try to get it out some other places as well. So again, Alaska, California, Colorado, Connecticut, DC. I see you, Judy Neal. Good morning. Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Iowa, Maine, Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, Montana, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Mexico, Rhode Island, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. Also, when it comes to Virginia, if you know anyone who was purged just recently because of the Supreme Court ruling where they were able to take some people off, and if you have all of your documentation, please do not be discouraged. Grab your documentation and go to your polling location. You can find your polling location, and this is for everyone, at ballotpedia.org. Again, ballotpedia.org. Pastor Holmes was sharing with me. He was going to try to come on here this morning, but he couldn't. Pastor Holmes was sharing with me, and many of you know this, I do not have their URL up here. Davia, if you're still on here, if you could put it in the chat. The League of Women Voters. The League of Women Voters is another nonpartisan, great place to get your information. I'm trying to give you all nonpartisan links today. So there's that. So if you're in Virginia, gather your information and go. All right, y'all. Today is the day. Let's do this. Get out to vote. If you have any questions, again, my go-to is ballotpedia.org. Again, ballotpedia.org. I don't have Isaiah to work in the boards for me. So if you know the number or whatever, just feel free to put it in the chat. And yes, good morning to my audio listeners. I get an alert like, Mom, you haven't said good morning to audio people yet. So I want to say good morning to you all. Let me see if I can find some of the banners up here. Here's the election protection number. Write this down, take a screenshot, whatever you need to do. This number comes in handy. Here's also the voting rights number as well. So voting rights and then election protection. Keep those numbers with you. So here's my question for all of you this morning. This is where we're going to get into some fun, but we're going to be very serious today too. And then I'll be headed out to help out in different places. How are you planning to watch the election returns? And if you're not watching, why not? So if you will fill up the chat, podcast people, y'all just keep your eyes on the road. How are you, well, that's audio. How are you planning to watch the election returns? If you're not watching, why not? Please put it in there. I just got a message. Y'all know Cassandra Tolver, a friend of mine. She sent me a text message where she said, girl, where are we watching? I was like, I don't know about you, but I'm watching at home. There are two things. I think I shared this with y'all a couple weeks ago. There are two things, actually three, that I cannot do in groups. I cannot do it. One, because my anxiety level, I'm like, well, y'all be quiet. I can't like have all the conversation going when this is happening. I need my space. I'll have my blanket. I was going to have chili, but I can't because it's not cold outside. I'm going to have my blanket. I'm going to have something in my hand to drink. And I'm going to watch the election returns by myself. Now, I'll scream and text y'all later if we get an answer. But until then, I need this to myself. I can't do that. And then the other place is like when Ohio State football is playing like in a national championship or when they're playing against Michigan. I cannot do groups with that. I can't because I'm focused on what's happening. I've tried and I failed over and over and over again. Dr. Antoinette says with her chapter sorors. Okay, cool. Grand rising to you, Robert Holman. I see you, Lori. I see you. Good morning to you. So please talk to me this morning. Help calm my nerves a little bit. Talk to me this morning so that we can see what are your plans? How are you planning to watch the election returns? And if you're not watching, why not? All right, y'all, here's a little history. And this comes from history.com. Another news piece I get. If you ever wonder why Americans vote on a random Tuesday in November and not a more convenient time like on a Saturday or a Sunday or whenever, it's because the deference in 19th century farmers who once accounted for a majority of the workforce. In 1845, Congress passed a law that designated Election Day as its first Tuesday after the first Monday in November, because a November Tuesday was considered the most favorable time for farmers to vote. I see you, Shirley. The month wasn't a super busy time on the agriculture calendar, and weekends were a no-go because of church, and Wednesdays were considered market days. That's how, since 1845, that's how we arrived on Election Day on the first Tuesday after the first Monday. So there you have it. I never knew that, really. I was like, oh, I wonder how many other people don't know this. So I was going to share it this morning. So there you have it. All right, y'all, voting been happening. Y'all, it's been happening since midnight in New Hampshire. Yes, it has. They kicked off their first official vote midnight in New Hampshire, in Dixville, Notch, where there were 6 registered voters. Only 6 this cycle. The small town has a tradition dating to 1960 in which voters place their ballots in a wooden box shortly after midnight. The results are announced minutes later. Interestingly, the results of the presidential race was a tie. So there were 6 people and there were 3 votes and 3 votes in Dixville, Notch. So now you know something. So don't always expect immediate results. Today, listen, y'all, it may be for a moment, but one thing that I am hearing out here with all the journalists and everybody talking, this week also falls on Thursday, FOMC, where Chairman Powell will decide if there's going to be another rate cut. And they're expecting that. Well, they're not going to be confident to give a rate cut if there's not a decision on this election. So they're really trying to say, like, the economy, we need to get someone announced before Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So it's going to be interesting if that even happens. Now you know that as well. I love what I do. Deborah says, I am watching with my man. She's talking about her husband, Glenn, y'all. And some hot tea with honey, ginger, and lemon. Girl, go to sleep drinking something like that. But okay. Marion says, watching by myself with a bowl of chicken noodle soup. Okay, y'all keep filling in, keep filling in. So y'all got two pieces of information if you didn't know. This all started the first Tuesday in November, after the first Monday, and after the 1845 Congress passed a law. So we've been doing this. So it's just like fall back and fall forward. Y'all just do stuff to do it because it's something that happened then, and now all of a sudden it's a new day, and you're still trying to apply the same rules. And then the first person has already voted. It was 6 people in Dixville Notch. And it was 3-3, so it's a tie in that little town. Y'all, all eyes are on Pennsylvania. I tried real hard to stay up and listen to that final speech, but I couldn't do it. Y'all, 19 electoral votes. They are being seen as the tipping point among 6 other swing states, who collective 93 electoral votes are considered crucial to this election outcome. So there you go. Trump and President Joe Biden won Pennsylvania. Trump won in 2016. President Biden won in 2020. However, the final results are still unknown. Y'all, as of this morning, well, back up. As of midnight, 11:59 p.m., let's say that yesterday, more than 78 million ballots have been cast early this year in 47 states, including the District of Columbia. And this is coming from CNN, Edison Research, and Catalyst Groups. Y'all, also, it's important to hear this. So this is where we all got to jump in now. Early voting turnout is down. Yeah. 2020 at this time, more than 110 million people had voted early in person or by mail. So it's down. It's down a lot. So make sure if you haven't voted today, today is the day. If you haven't voted yet today is the day. Please text, if you have voted, we have an assignment today. Text, call, post on social media, encouraging your people, your tribe, your neighbors, your coworkers, family, friends, your enemies to go vote. Just get them to go vote. And then remember, if you are in line, stay in line. I'll give you something that happened Sunday. I was so exhausted Sunday. Woo! Before I go there, Davia says, I'll be watching at home with hubby until he goes to bed. He can't. Mine can't either. I don't know what it is. Or maybe we just love something so much. I can't either. He can't either. It's so funny. But I'll be there. He'll wake up, though. If we get in a return tonight, if it's such a blue wave, which that's what I'm praying for, I will be screaming. My whole neighborhood would know, okay? But y'all, if you're in line, stay in line. On Sunday, I don't know why I let them talk me into coming up on Morse Road. And I arrived at this on Saturday because people were asking me to come and join them. And so Morse Road in Central Ohio was a parking lot. It takes me 5 minutes to go from the highway to the Board of Elections from when I exit the highway. It took me an hour and almost 30 minutes. Okay. I'm like, okay, so let's just party. So people were blasting music. They were having fun. But then we also had some other people with their flags and their craziness and all that. So I get to my destination, and I don't know what it is about News in Motion. Somebody said, oh, that's the news lady. You can park right there. Y'all parked right in front. And everybody else was looking. I was like, sorry, they moved the cone for me. I was like, I got some favor today. So I did that. Got out. People were like, hey, can you do this? Can you do this? I was doing whatever that was needed. And I was also doing News in Motion. There are 3 reels on my regular Facebook page if you want to check them out. I even interviewed a woman who was volunteering for the GOP, for Trump. And actually, I had no idea how that interview was going to go, but it was absolutely a beautiful interview. It gave me a different look. It gave me a different thought, I should say. So I then got in charge, I don't know how, with making sure the guy with the yellow vest on and the flag, make sure, like, if it's 4:59, that he doesn't cut off the line. I was like, okay, you want me to fight? So then I was partnered with this black female sheriff, and she goes, I got you. I said, we got each other. And so there were some people running across Morse Road. We're like, don't get hit by the cars. And they're like, we're coming, we're coming. It's like 4:59, let's say 42 seconds. Like, you know, that's what it is. They only had like, 15 seconds to go. And so they got there, and it was really like 4:59 with 59.3 seconds to go. And so the guy looked at us, and I was like, looked like they in to me. So he got in, but then when other people were coming, and the guy couldn't leave, and the sheriff stayed with him, I left. But when the people were coming, we were like, sorry. And there were people who were angry. And I was like, I get it. They're like, well, there was so much traffic. I get it. I understand. But the rules are the rules. So it was good to see that those rules took place there. So if you are in line, stay in line. And as you know, here in Central Ohio, that line, they did not finish voting until after 8 p.m. So it does work. And it got to about a 3.5 hour wait. So even today, I don't know what the lines are going to be like today for anyone, but even today, have your snack. Y'all gotta watch the one video of me and Pastor Holmes. Okay, y'all gotta watch this one video because he's in line voting, and I'm like walking with him. Almost got stuck in the middle of a mob. But this little boy, as I was telling people, hey, bring a chair. This little boy, and I interviewed him. Y'all gotta watch this. He turned around and said, and bring a snack, daggone it. And I was like, see, that's on my list. Bring a snack. So the little boy was like hungry, but he wanted to go in with his family. So he heard us, and he turned around and said, and bring a snack. He was so cute. So y'all gotta watch that. Y'all gotta watch that. So y'all do this. So here's a reminder. Go vote if you have not already voted. Vote for freedom. Think about yourself. Think about your family. Think about everything, y'all. Just think about everything. Vote for women's rights, the women's rights to choose. Vote for democracy. Vote as if your life is on the line. And it is. And it is. All right, y'all. I'm putting some fun in here with some information too, so just bear with me. So, I don't know who's going to write this fast. And I'll try to get all of these things posted as well. So I'm going to give just a few. And I'm going to give the ones that I know people are zoned in here on News in Motion. So grab your pen, grab your paper, because I'm going to go pretty fast. Okay, I'm going to go pretty fast. Colorado voter protection line is 720-600-7761. And if you miss it, now I'm going to be out. But you can DM me. I would try to be disciplined to check my DMs to see if anybody's needing a number. I will try, but if you can grab this, grab this. And if you can post these on your page, do it as well. I'm going to try to find a form. If somebody has a form or a snapshot of the entire thing, please post it on your social media. Tag me so that people can see it, or tag News in Motion so people can see it. California, voter protection, 877-321-8683. Again, 877-321-8683. Delaware, 833-335-3367. Florida, I think y'all need this one. Florida, your voter protection number is 833-868-3352. Again, 833-3, I told y'all that wrong. Florida, 833-868-3352. That's your voter protection line. Georgia, yours is 888-730-5816. Again, Georgia, you're 888-730-5816. Let me see who else. Maryland, yours is 833-638-6837. Again, 833 833-638-6837. Isaiah, I need you back. Michigan is 833-648-6837. Michigan is 833-648-6837. I think that's, let me give you Pennsylvania's. Pennsylvania's voter protection hotline is 833-728-6837. All right. So those are some there, and I'll try to get more to you as well. If you need to know, I'm gonna flip the script. If you need to know your states polling hours today, put in there me, and I will respond. If you're on audio, we'll try to figure out how to get it to you. But if you need to know your polling place times, put in the chat me, and I'll read those off at that time. Y'all, there's a lot of information. Okay, know your rights. Today is the day. Y'all know your rights. If you are in line, I'll say it again. If you are in line when polls are supposed to be closing, stay in line. Stay in line. They will always have somebody who will be the representative. They're normally with the sheriff or a police officer. That will be the end of the line. So if your polling place closes at 7:30 and you get in line at 7:29, you can stay in line. Stay in line. If you make a mistake on your ballot, ask for a new one. If you make a mistake on your ballot, ask for a new one. Of course, you got to give the other one up. No, tear it up. If your machines are down in your polling place, I see you, Donita. Good morning. If the machines are down at your polling place, ask for a paper ballot. Okay. Now, if they're redirecting you to another location, y'all, if they're redirecting you to another location and you don't have a ride, call Uber or Lyft. Call Uber or Lyft. They are giving those, and I'm going to give you that information in a moment. So if you are at a polling location and the machines are down, and all of a sudden the Secretary of State or their representative call in and say, we're moving the people to another polling location, and you don't have a ride, we're going to give you the Lyft and the Uber number. Okay, they have partnered with many people. We're going to give you that number, so hold on for that in a moment. Now, if your citizenship, criminal record, or other qualifications are questioned, immediately call that number that's on the screen. And that's 866-R-VOTE. 866-R-VOTE. If your citizenship, criminal record, or other qualifications are questioned, immediately call the Election Protection Hotline. Y'all, these are trained volunteers, and they will be able to help. They're trained volunteers. And again, I'll give you the Lyft information in a moment. Okay, before you go to the polls, y'all, you can go to ballotpedia.org. I think I have the link for them. Ballotpedia, where is it? Ballotpedia.org. I thought I had it. I may not have it. Oh, yes, I do. Ballotpedia.org. There it is right there. Confirm what you need. You can find out everything, your polling location, everything at this link. You can also go to the League of Women Voters as well. Again, if you're in line, stay in line. If you have any trouble, go back to this election protection number and contact them. Y'all, somebody, just make sure you have that number with you, okay? Make sure you have that number with you. All right. If you need a snack on your way to vote, National Donut Day, they do it twice a year. The first time was the first Friday in June. The second time is today. So National Donut Day, just drive through. Hey, get that donut. Get that donut. So it's National Donut Day. All right, rise to the polls. You can take Uber. What they're doing is taking 50% off of rides to your polling place, up to $10 with Uber. You just go to your Uber app and click Go Vote. And that's how you will book a ride. Now, NAACP, however, has partnered with Lyft. And Lyft, you're going to get the whole ride there and the whole ride back. So if you go to Lyft, you use this code, and if somebody can put it in the chat, I would greatly appreciate it. Y'all pass this out. You may think somebody may not need this information. And then you'll end up in a conversation with somebody, and they'll ask you something. You're like, oh, shoot, that was on News in Motion. Write this down. Write this down. It happened to me at the post office the other day. I was waiting to get into the post office because I got there early. They weren't open yet. And the lady who was vacuuming the carpet, who works there, who works for the U.S. government, which I thought was so strange because you work here, she says, oh my gosh, you're the news lady. I'm like, how do people be knowing this? Like, who are you? And so she said, hey, can I go vote? I get off at 3. I said, you sure can. And that was this past Friday. And she said, I said, they're open. I said, Morris Road. We had that conversation. And she said, now I need a ride. And I said, okay. I said, we can do 2 things. I can come back and get you, or you can contact Lyft. And she called Lyft. And she texted me later to say everything was fine. She took text me a picture of her with her vote sticker. But NAACP has partnered with Lyft. Here's the code to use. This code will get you there and home. The code is NAACP Vote 24. NAACP Vote 24. Lyft will get you to your polling location. They have partnered with the NAACP. You can also do Uber, and you'll get 50% off if you ride Uber. But NAACP has partnered with Lyft. Again, the code is NAACP Vote, VOTE 24. It's all together. NAACP Vote 24. That is on my Facebook page. So if you follow my Facebook page, just share it, grab it, do whatever you want to do. All right, so here's where we're going to have some more fun before I get ready to leave out of here. I got some more things to share with you, so don't leave me yet. Before we get out of here, I saw this on Dr. Antoinette's page, and I added to it, Dr. Antoinette. So I want y'all to put in the chat. Come on, y'all, talk to me. And also pray for those who are working the election polls. Tracy Coomey, who's a regular viewer here. Kim Edmondson, who's a regular viewer here. Adrian Gaddish, who's a regular viewer here. Yvonne Gardner. I think I'm missing somebody, but they are all election poll workers, so be praying for them. But here's my next question for you all today. Come on, we got to do this. We got to do this. We got to do this. What's your election day food, drink, and playlist? All right, y'all, because I got mine set up for in my car. So when I'm driving, I can still have a smile on my face, whatever. And by the way, y'all, the list, we'll give you the list in a moment. Many of you need umbrellas today. Now, you are out in the rain when you go wherever else you want to go. So be okay in the rain today if it's raining in your area. So I think there's some sunshine in Central Ohio right now anyway. But what is your election day food, drink, and playlist? Playlist. We need that too, playlist. Dr. Antoinette said her bishop. Stephen. Okay, Steve. I didn't even see the first one. Stephen's out there. He's working a post. We want to pray for Stephen's skies too. So what's your election day food, drink, and playlist? Please, y'all, put it in here. My playlist is I'm going from a little bit of Beyonce, Freedom, then her country album, and then I'm going to some gospel. Okay, I got to keep holding on. Okay, so I got that. I got some Kirk Franklin. That's a part of my list today too, and I have Stevie Wonder on my list. Okay, my drink for the day is mimosas, and more mimosas. All right, and my food is some pizza. That's my comfort food. I was going for chili, but it's too hot outside for chili tonight. So it's going to be some pizza. So that's mine. What's yours? Let me know. Because we may want to borrow from your playlist. So with that, I got this piece. This is a word from Indiana University School of Medicine. Listen, y'all need this. I'm telling y'all. Please, and put in I need to know y'all's playlist, your food, and your drink. Your playlist, your food, and your drink. All right, y'all. This is from Indiana University School of Medicine. And I love this, and we'll do our best to post this. I got it from a friend of mine, Angela Stone, who lives in Indiana. And I want us to think of this. This is also going into my inspirational message. And yes. Dr. Antoinette said gospel first. Frankie Beverly, that's a good one. And Maze, Beyonce, MJ, and Missy, judge yourself. I love it. Oh, thank you for sharing. Come on, y'all, put it in there. So here are a few things. And this is Indiana University School of Medicine. They say, be mindful of your media consumption. This is about self-care. Their title of this is called Caring for Yourself During the Election, especially on the day of election. So be mindful of your media consumption. If you find yourself becoming depressed or anxious or frustrated or anger, turn it off. It says, consider this. Ask a trusted friend or colleague to curate important news for you, sharing only the key highlights. So there's that. Number 2, be intentional when sharing media. So if somebody has a question or they need some information or they're unsure about something, then you pick and choose what you're going to share. Don't share all the crazy. I've been very careful forwarding things that the other person said during his rally. I couldn't. It's like, no. Create a list of things that bring you joy. So again, y'all, what's that food? What's that drink? And it can be Coca-Cola, it can be ginger ale, whatever, it can be water, whatever that is. And what's your playlist? And your playlist, since I said that like 3 or 4 times. Take a walk, spend time in nature, get familiar with what's outside, take care of your body. Listen, when I left Morse Road on Sunday, Souls to the Polls, all I could think about was coming home and taking a extremely hot shower. Like, I just like, oh my, like I had no idea what I was going to face. We had a great time, but there was a lot of disinformation we were dealing with, a lot of it. And the other side, they were having some paid people out there, and they were saying things that were not true. And they were like they were forcing people. I heard with my own ears someone tell person they had the blue sample ballot in their hand. They were trying to give them the red sample ballot, and they told the person, here, let me take your blue one. You can have the red one, because if you vote that blue one, you going to hell. I said, what did you say? And I was like, you can't say that. You cannot say that. So some election protection people were out there, and I brought them over, and they had their little out or whatever. But y'all, this is real. This is happening. So I had to come home and like wash that stuff off. Donita said John Legend, Glory. That's a good one. And gospel music. Rosanna Bivens said CeCe Winans, mint condition for playlists. I like that. Lori Wallace says, not mimosas, and more mimosas. Yes, that's what I said. You heard that correctly. So take care of your body, y'all. Eat right, drink water, whatever it's like. So today, my car is already packed up with everything I need. I have water. I have some Gatorade. I know it's not the best. It has sugar in it. I have some juice. I have some protein bars. I have some mints, because I'll be talking to people. So I have what I need, and I have on comfortable shoes. I have on my tennis shoes, y'all. Focus on what you can control. Listen, let me be very honest with all of you right now. There's going to be millions of people disappointed, whether that's tonight, tomorrow, or next week. Millions. Offer grace. Offer grace. Because I know if it doesn't go the way I'm hoping it goes, I'm going to need some grace. I'm going to need some peace, some quiet. I think it's going to be worse this time than when it was in 2016. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Don't forget, you cannot wear paraphernalia in the voting places. Remember that. That's why I just went blue and some pearls, sending the same message. So focus on what you control. Share your voting plan with a friend or family member to keep each other accountable and to provide support. Do that. Deborah says mints because I'm talking to people. Listen, I have to. And then your plan for election night, like, that's why I asked you the question early on, are you watching the returns? If not, why not? Some people can't do it. I have a family member who cannot do it. She's like, I can't do it. Don't even text me. Don't even call. I said, then turn your phone off, because people will be calling you. And she said, I just can't. And I said, at some point, you're going to have to hear the returns, but you may not want, you're going to have to hear the announcement. You may not want to listen to the returns, because that can be a bit, and you can become very anxious. Deborah says, I have a new blue top to wear to the polls. I like that. Prepare for your uncertainty. Figure out how you're going to deal with the stress. Go back to September when I had Davia on News in Motion and listen to her. She gave some clear directions on how to take care of yourself and self-care. You can also go to my Medium platform, where I had another coach named Joy. She gave some details there about trauma and the triggers from politicians and what you may hear in their rhetoric, and then how to respond to that. So we're here to help y'all. And then monitor your mental health. So this is out of Indiana University School of Medicine. If you Google it, if you want the list, it's called Caring for Yourself During Election Season. This was written October 22nd, 2024. So there's a lot of people who are concerned about our well-being and our health and things that are happening. I think it was Rosanna Bivens who said, Be mindful about your surroundings and what's going on and what that looks like. All of that, y'all, please. If you have any questions, reach out to somebody who may know. Today is going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day, but know your rights. Again, follow me on Instagram, which is at Gail Dudley, or follow my Facebook page. You don't have to do a friend request. Just hit the follow button. I'm going to try my best to get as much of this information out as I'm doing what I'm doing. But again, Uber is offering rides at 50% off. NAACP has partnered with Lyft. So use Lyft. The code there is NAACP Vote 24. See, love matters. We will soon see who America is. Will it stand united or fall divided? Yeah. Pray for God's mercy on America. Yeah. Donita says watching the results can be stressful. We usually watch MSNBC. And I flip back and forth. Sometimes it's a lot to stomach, but I flip back and forth. But y'all, I want us to really pray for... David says, listen to your body. Oftentimes our bodies give us signals before we even know what we think. Listen, Davia, and y'all, she's licensed in this, okay? And some of us may need to be on her calendar, on her sofa afterwards, okay? I don't care what she costs. Y'all better pay it to sit down on her sofa. But listen, Davia, on Sunday, I wanted to really leave around 4, but I stayed because I was asked to make sure the last person, the time and all that on Morse Road. When I got in my car, I couldn't move for a moment just because of the rhetoric and the things that were going on. And it seemed like it intensified the closer it got to 5 o'clock Eastern time. And when I got home, I'm telling you, I got in a hot shower, I was in there for a long time too. The water started turning warm, but I had to I couldn't watch television. I couldn't talk to anybody. I was like, oh, this isn't going to work. So even yesterday, it took me a minute to get moving and motivated. So y'all, Davey is so right. I lived it this weekend. Listen to your body. My body was telling me to leave. I stayed because I had promised somebody, yes, I'll do that. Even if you promise something, say, you know what, I'm sorry I have to break this promise here. I don't feel, I'm physically okay, but I may be mentally exhausted, whatever that is, and find your exit and exit. I think that is so important. So thank you, Davia, for putting that in there. Listen to your body. So if you're listening on audio podcast, listen to your body. Listen to your body. Be safe out there, everyone. This has been a long, extremely long election season. It is here. We may or may not know the outcome tonight. We may or may not know it by the end of the week. We don't know. We don't know. But the prayers of the righteous avail much. The prayers of the righteous availeth much. There was another post. Let me see if I can find it before we sign out of here. There was another post that I saw earlier today. Oh, by the way, did y'all see the Pennsylvania AG? And I'm going to use it because he only used letters too. He said, don't be bringing all that stuff about the militia to the election board. He's in Pennsylvania. He said, and this is a direct quote, he used the letter too. He said, F around and find out. He wasn't playing. He said like 3 or 4 times, we're not doing that here. We are not doing that here. It was actually Derek Holmes made this post. He said, when justice is done, and this is out of Proverbs 21:15. When justice is done, it brings joy to the righteous, but terror to the evildoers. When justice is done, it brings joy to the righteous, but terror to the evildoers. That's out of Proverbs 21:15. All right, y'all. Deb says we have to protect ourselves and our peace. Yes, protect your peace. Yeah, he was hilarious, wasn't he? And Donita said he was in beast mode in PA. He was. I was like, did he? What? And I said, okay. He's like letting you know they went straight gangster. All right. All right, y'all gotta go because I'm supposed to be at the King Center in like 25 minutes. So y'all have a great day. Pray for everybody, whether you are voting today or not. Pray for everyone who's working the polls. Pray for the candidates, all of them. And there's more than just Trump and Harris. There are more. Pray for J.D. Vance and Tim Walz and their families as well. Pray for all the senators who's running for offices. Pray for all 435 House of Representatives. Pray for everybody. Y'all pray. The prayers of the righteous availeth much. Pray for local ballot measures. Pray for whatever's on your ballot. Just go to Ballotpedia, put your state in, and you can get a list. And they're not going to give you a prayer list, but you can see the list and just begin praying for people, okay? All right, I plan on being safe, Deb. I plan on being safe. I'm trying to start taking Sally with me. All right, y'all. Y'all know what I say, everyone. Stay well and remember, y'all now trying to figure out who's Sally. Stay well and remember to make some bold moves. We are out.
News in motion.